Sponsored by Verizon, the official 5G network of the NFL. And by Geico. Happy Geico-ing. Switch to Geico for more ways to save.
Boy, the crowd here has been treated to a terrific game. Herbert has thrown for 398. That is a career high. 208 here in the fourth. The ball's at the 19. Cook just caught and ran one. The tight end for 30. He had the best game of his season last week against the Raiders with 6, a touchdown, and 70 yards. So 6 receptions were huge. That was his only catch today, but boy, Trent, it was a big one.
Well, and it was a timely call. They caught the Browns in man-to-man coverage, and Cook was able to take advantage of it.
Eckler in the backfield. Billings has taken the place of a down player, Malik McDowell, who walked off. 1st and 10. Eckler is there. Hill couldn't stop him on the first hit, but there came Anthony Walker in a gain of 4 and inside the 15. Timeouts, Browns 3, Chargers 2. And someone's taken a timeout right here with 1:52. The Browns have taken the timeout. And tonight on CBS begins with 60 Minutes and the futuristic world of deep fake technology, followed by the new season of The Equalizer starring Queen Latifah, plus the new season of NCIS Los Angeles and SEAL Team. That's all tonight on CBS.
Kevin, I think if you're the Chargers and knowing the inconsistency you've had with Vizcaino today in terms of his kicking, you're trying to get this in the end zone. You don't want to leave this responsibility on his shoulders. I think you want to continue running the ball, and if you throw the ball, you got to make sure it's an easy completion so that you can keep the clock running and force Cleveland to call timeouts.
It's 2nd down and 6. Eckler takes it. And Walker hit him and stuck with him in a gain of 4. And he twirls his way to the 11 and about a yard shy of the first and another timeout. It's the Browns with 1 remaining. The Browns defense had held consecutive opponents to single-digit points. They've been so dominant, but today they face this high-powered number 11 offense of the Chargers and a star in the making, Justin Herbert, the reigning Rookie of the Year on offense, who has thrown for 398 and 4 touchdowns.
Well, coming into today, the Browns defense, the most they'd given up was 33. That was week 1 to Kansas City. The Chargers, the most they'd given up was 24, which was the Kansas City 2 weeks ago. So both these defenses being picked apart by the offense.
3rd down and 2. Herbert, Eckler. Pulling here is Slater. Down he tried to slide. He did at about the 2 as he got the first down. The left tackle, Rashawn Slater, was pulling. It's a gain of 8. 1st and goal to go at the 3 for the Chargers.
How about this move by Eckler? Could have gotten it in. Slater's out in front of him. He could have cut back inside and gotten into the end zone, but he slides inbounds.
So smart.
Yeah. Great awareness on his part.
In a cloud of pellets. Individual numbers that are eye-popping. 2 teams that, you know, we're so early in the season, and this is only week 5, but you begin to think down the line just a bit, you know, with tiebreakers and all those kinds of things. I know we're a ways away, but these coaches think of it.
It all comes into play.
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
right. And the fact there's 17 games, that affects things too in terms of how this all unfolds.
Eckler, 1st and goal. He'll dance. And he'll stop, and they push him in.
The Browns
pushed him in. On a 3-yard touchdown, they take the lead right there. Eckler pushed in. He wanted to let it die. He wanted to let it die.
Eckler was trying to stop at the 1 and just stay there, and the Browns players actually grabbed a hold of him.
How smart was that for Cleveland?
Yes, that was.
It's a 3-yard touchdown run for undrafted Austin Eckler out of Western State in Colorado, who came in as a top 10 rusher today. It took the entire defense to push him in.
Well, and Brandon Staley's former safety, John Johnson, 43, he was the one that came up behind him, wrapped him around the waist, and puts him in the end zone as the Chargers go for 2.
Going for 2, and this one is going to count for 2. Eckler puts it in. He gets 2 points. 1:31 to go. And it's a 7-point lead. And 43 combined points scored in a wild fourth quarter.
And we got a minute 31, Kevin. This thing isn't over yet.
Watch the knee.
See where the ball is when the knee goes down.
No, the knee's down. I think if I were Gene Steratore, if he could chime in here, he looked to be short.
Well, it's got to be from the booth.
Right.
It's under 2 minutes, and it's a scoring play, so it's automatically done by the booth, but
they will look at it.
After review, the runner was down. Prior to breaking the goal line plane, the try is unsuccessful.
47-42. 47-42. After the review, they
need to make sure. Well, they just said it. They already said the review's done. It's no good.
Right.
They said it's waived off. But I think you need to communicate that to both head coaches. And it looks like right now the official's talking to Brandon Staley, explaining what went into it. But there's a lot going on the sideline. So I don't know if everybody heard that announcement. So that was a good job by the officials to make sure both head coaches were aware of what was announced.
7th lead change today. 3rd lead change this fourth quarter. Mayfield, you saw moments ago, talking to his receivers, plotting and planning. They have no timeouts. Here's the ensuing kickoff by the Chargers. Schwartz will let it fall in back of him. So let's go to our rules analyst, Gene Steratore. Gene, it was a call that was made on the fly, and it was the right call.
Yeah, and I think this is what we've experienced is the new procedure that the NFL is using when they can assist on something very quickly from the booth. If it's clear and obvious after one shot that they can change that initial ruling on the field, it saves us the 2.5-minute process of going through formal review, getting the information out, making the announcement, and keeping this exciting game going. Just what they did. And it's a great job by them and very efficient.
And a good job by you, Gene. Thank you. Hunt in the backfield. They need a touchdown. No timeouts. 1:31 to go. Hunt in the backfield. Mayfield hands the block, and there's the pass, and it goes to the receiver, Higgins, who is brought down by Chris Harris, who's been quiet today, the 4-time Pro Bowler, a gain of 6 on the play. Put him at the 31. Again, no timeout. 2nd down, 4. Mayfield with Hunt off his hip. Bosa knocked down. Jump pass. It's caught by Hunt. And he is hit by Tranquill. He's close to a first down, but probably shy by the length of a football. So they're at the 35, and it's now 3rd and 1.
Well, the important thing is get the first down, but I'm okay with them keeping the ball on the field, but you got to get bigger chunks of yardage. That's 3 plays in what, 12 yards?
Well, he gets
and they've used up almost 20-30 seconds here, so it's
Hunt on the short pass. Tranquill with the tackle. Player down, and that is Tranquill. Drew Tranquill is down. Clock is at, right now, 41 seconds here in the fourth.
And what they start with 1:31, so it's really 50 seconds to get 12 yards.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
A lot of time.
You can, if you have no timeouts, you can throw the ball inbounds. It's just you got to get bigger chunks, and it's, like I said, 50 seconds for 12 yards. You see Tranquill on that tackle. Actually helps the Browns from a time standpoint.
Well, the Chargers are going to lose a timeout because that's an injury inside 2 minutes. So now the Chargers, have won. Cleveland, as we've mentioned, out of timeouts. Big day for Herbert. 4 touchdown passes, a career high 398. There's a look at Hunt. He's got 2 touchdown runs and 61 yards, and his running mate Nick Chubb has got 161, including a romp of 52 yards for the touchdown. And the total yards over 1,000.
Well, this brings us back to our conversation with Austin Ekeler. Over the last few seasons, Ekeler mentioned to us, you know what, we've been in a lot of close football games and we found ways to lose it. Now this team's believing that they can find ways to win close games at the end of the game, and they've done it a couple times already this season. Let's see if the defense can come up for them.
Mayfield on 1st and 10. Hudson the right tackle block. And the throw, Njoku. He's been all over this game. Chains around his ankles, close to a first down. And they move the chains. It's a gain of 10. Quickly lining up, no timeouts. And they quickly spike it with 26 seconds to go. It'll be 2nd and 10. Mayfield today, 23 of 28 for 306. 2 touchdowns and no picks. Coming back strong after a game in Minnesota, which they thought was so important. The Browns talked about winning last week, not playing their best, but what it meant for that team as they climb and mature to win on the road in a very difficult venue.
Well, and they're still dealing with a lot of injuries. They had a lot of injuries last week. They played without some players. They've had more injuries again today. And the fact that they're finding ways to win football games, they're getting themselves in position to where they can take a shot to try and pull out a victory here in Los Angeles.
It's 2nd down and 10, Mayfield. Look at the time. Here goes the throw. And double teamed, and he was going deep for Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he had all kinds of traffic bracketed on the play, namely by Michael Davis. Also had back there Nasir Adderley covering him. It's 3rd and 10.
Well, it would be, if they could find, I'm okay with taking that shot to the end zone. They got double coverage, see if you make a play, see if you get pass interference, something like that. Now you've got to try and get another 15, 20 yards, get out of bounds, stop the clock. With 20 seconds, it can be in bounds, but you're going to have to run up and spike the ball.
5 defensive backs, 3rd down and 10. Mayfield, a block by Chubb, going deep and looking for Higgins. It's incomplete, and Chris Harris was there. It's 4th and 10. With 14 seconds to go and no timeouts and not a single soul sitting.
Well, this goes without saying. You got to get the first down and get out of bounds, or you got to take a shot to the end zone.
They need the Charger 44.
A lot of Browns fans in the stadium, but these Charger fans are trying to turn it up.
Mayfield, Hudson the block at the right tackle, crumbling pocket, going deep, jump ball, and incomplete. It's over. The Chargers are going to win it. On downs, it goes to LA in 5 seconds to play. And the Chargers are going to go to 4-1 and win their 3rd in a row. With this desperation heave, and he did have bodies back there. Look at Peoples-Jones, Njoku, and others.
And if Higgins could have somehow jumped over the top.
And Higgins, yep.
He could have had an opportunity at the ball. A lot of bodies laying around and just incidental contact. There wasn't anything. How about this?
And that'll be all she wrote.
What a game.
What a Sunday afternoon in Southern California.